Men and women were asked if they got 80% of everything they want in their ideal mate, would they be happy with that? Women said, no, that's settling. And men said, 80%, I'd be thrilled, that's a catch.
What are women too picky about here?
Men and women were asked what would be a deal breaker for going on a second date. And men named 3 things. She has to be cute enough. She doesn't have to look like Angelina Jolie. She just has to be cute enough. She has to be warm and kind. And she has to be interesting to talk to. The women came back with 300 things that would rule out a guy for a second date. And there were things like he wore a brown belt with black shoes.
Rolling by trike. Here we go. Welcome back, folks. Richie Rich Abroad. It's your boy Richie Rich. If you didn't know, now you know. Working on a video today, a little reaction video from the Filipina P, discussing why women in Western culture just cannot be satisfied. We know it. You know it. We've seen it a million times on all the videos out there. How hard it is to satisfy Western women. It seems like they can never be satisfied. Nothing seems to ever be good enough for them. Always wanting more. But look, before we get into this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you can get the next video when it pops off. Let's go ahead and get into this video. Let's check it out.
Marriage is on the decline. Fewer people are staying together. Fewer children are being born. And a man's chances of finding a rewarding partnership are slipping away. Happiness is something a lot of women in the West seem incapable of. Women are now far less happy than men, and the gap continues to grow.
Right.
Today's Western women have more advantages than just about anyone on the planet. They have top-of-the-line education, or so they think. They have access to just about any goods and services in existence, and they have the money to pay for it themselves. So what's the problem now? Could it be an abundance of choices coupled with less accountability for their actions? A culture that tells them that they deserve everything under the sun and more.
Yep. That's exactly what it is. They're spoiled. I mean, they're like spoiled children. And to some extent, all of us Americans are a lot of the people from Western culture like spoiled children. We're used to getting everything we want when we want it. And it's just gotten out of hand with a lot of women. They think they're supposed to have everything when they want it, how they want it. And women, they think they're 10s when they're just not 10. But they're 6s and 7s, 5s, 6s and 7s, but they're expecting 10s and won't settle for less. So what are you supposed to do, man? What are we actually supposed to do? Keep watching.
First, we have a study from OkCupid, which discovered that women found 80% of men either unattractive or below average. They only want the top 20 percentile.
Men and women were asked if they got 80% of everything they want in their ideal mate, would they be happy with that? Women said, no, that's settling.
What are women too picky about here?
The women came back with 300 things that would rule out a guy for a second date. There were things like he wore a brown belt with black shoes, or we were having a really good time and I thought he was cute and he was interesting, but then he did this Austin Powers impression and I just can't get that out of my mind and I can't go out with him again.
Dude, I mean, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to have a sense of humor, but then they don't like your sense of humor. You're supposed to have a sense of fashion, but they don't like your sense of fashion. What are you supposed to do? They just can't be pleased, man. They're just never going to be happy. I mean, 300 things, a list of 300 things. As dudes, we just want a girl to be cute, be able to carry a conversation, be nice and sweet. But they got a list of 300 things, 300 things that we're supposed to do in order just to get a second date. Like you're that special, that great, or that different from every other woman that someone's got to bend over backwards. And come on, man, just come on. Anyway.
So let me get this straight. 80% of guys would be thrilled to find a woman who was cute, kind, and fun to talk to. But Western women thought that only getting 80% of what they wanted would be settling.
Settling. 80% of what you get, that's a B, as far as I know, right? And if you're getting a grade, that's a B. And that's settling? How so? How?
You guys are so screwed. Apparently, they've been told that every one of them deserves a flawless man to complement their own perfection. And that means that men with a few dings and dents get left in the dust. According to a happiness expert in an article from The Guardian, unmarried and childless women report being the happiest subgroup in the entire population.
Wait, what? How are they the happiest subgroup when there was another study that said that they were the unhappiest group? I mean, like, somebody's lying here. Something ain't meshing. Some, white people say something's rotten in Denmark. Let's keep going, man. Come on, y'all women, make up your minds.
Now, I'm not sure how that can be true if females are also reporting a steep decline in their overall satisfaction levels. So maybe some women are just kidding themselves. You gotta love that cognitive dissonance. But regardless, the message being broadcast to the ladies is clear. You don't need no man.
I don't need no man. I could do everything. I could do everything myself. I don't need a man to pay my rent. I don't need a man to this. I don't need a man to that. That's okay. Meow, meow, meow. Right? I mean, cool. If you like petting those cats, be ready. Get ready. You're only a few years off from petting cats for the rest of your life. Get it together. Figure it out. Let's figure it out. We can work together. What can't we work together, women, and figure this out? Can we figure out some way to compromise and come together? I mean, isn't it? Look, the population is dwindling. We all need to figure this out. It's not just women. It's not just men. But we need to work together and figure something out to where women are desiring the men that are out there. Men, we got to get in the gym. We got to be grinding. We got to get our bag up and be able to provide and protect for women the way they need. Every woman, I don't care where she comes from, is going to ask for the same thing: your provision and your protection, period. So you can't do that if you don't get your bag up and if you ain't ready and able to take care of a woman and the family on top of it. Let's keep going.
As new data suggests that by 2030, just 6 years from now, 45% of women will be single. Yep, almost half. And of course, that'll have an effect on you men as well. So what's the answer? Swear off women altogether? Go to the gym and improve yourself so you can be one of the lucky 20%? Try harder to be what women want so you can make them happy again?
You are not the source of your wife's unhappiness, and that there is nothing you can do or stop doing that will make her happy. Nothing that you hear in marriage counseling, nothing that she asks you to read, not speaking her speaking her love language, writing love notes to her.
Wow, dude. Nothing you can do is going to make her happy because it comes from inside, right? It's about her. It's not about you. It's about her, right? And she's telling you, fellas, listen to this woman. She's telling you, she's a coach. She understands women. It's coming straight out of the horse's mouth. It ain't us.
Making her feel important, doing special things for her. None of those things will make your wife happy because she is unhappy in herself. And she is the only solution to her unhappiness. And if you try to do the things you think will make her happy, she will resent it, find fault in it, and it won't be enough. And she'll find all the other things that she thinks you need to do to make her happy.
There's really nothing you can do about making Western women happy. When I look at the lives many of them lead over there in prosperous countries, I have no clue what they're complaining about. To them, it's a buyer's market. The result of that is a culture of women who disqualify a guy for owning an older model car or having an unpopular political view.
I don't like his car. I can't date him. I can't go out with him no more. I don't like his car, or he's a Republican, or he's middle of the road, or he's liberal. He's a Biden. He's a Trump supporter. So many reasons for women to say, no, I don't like him. He didn't do this. He wasn't this. He wasn't that. I didn't like his hair. He was balding on top. All this trivial stuff that doesn't even matter. That doesn't even matter when it comes to being in a relationship, to being a couple that loves each other, that supports each other. What does his hairline have to do with it? You might go bald when you get older. You might go bald when you get older. You might have to wear that cap. So what does that have to do with it? Is he on his grind? Is he a good husband? Is he a good man? Would he be a good father to your children? Isn't that what really matters? I'm just saying.
Let's say you lived in a society where there was an overabundance of women looking for relationships. They didn't need six packs and six figures. They were just happy to find a good man who loved them. Wouldn't the men in that society quickly realize that the odds were stacked in their favor
For sure.
and start getting more selective about finding a higher quality mate? Well, for those of you that missed the irony, I just described the situation in the Philippines.
Word?
Your available pool of women interested in marriage and relationships is shrinking rapidly, but ours is not. It really irks me when I read comments that say, all women are the same, because no, in many ways, we're not. Our basic hardware is the same, but our software can be very different because of cultural influences. And that's what makes your average Filipina different from your average Western woman. Both of us have the same basic needs, but the things we require to make us happy couldn't be more different.
Well, I never thought about it that way. We all have the same basic hardware, but our software is different. And she refers to the culture and the values that people have where they come from. And it makes a lot of sense, which helps you to understand why women over here require so much less. And women at home make fun of them because they require so much less. But why would that be a bad thing? If you require less to be happy, isn't that good? Okay.
All women have a tendency toward hypergamy, but that just means marrying up, choosing someone who's in a better position than we are. It doesn't mean dropping a man every time a bigger fish swims by. Western women may do that, but the majority of Filipinas recognize a good thing when they see it. It's all about meeting a threshold for security. If you believe that men and women were meant to be together, and that there are ladies whose only dream is to be a loving and faithful wife, then you're welcome here, and you'll have pretty good odds of finding what you're looking for. I'm happy to take care of the house, and one of my greatest joys will be putting good food on the table when my husband comes home from work. And you'll find that I'm not the only one. There are plenty of Filipinas looking for the same thing.
Yo, you heard it. I mean, you heard it, right? Women at home are talking about, I don't want to cook, I don't want to clean, I'm not your slave, right? I'm not a waitress. I don't need to bring anything to the table. But women here are saying, I want to cook for my man. I want to clean. I want to take care of the house. All I'm asking for you to do is provide and protect me, and everything is good. How do you beat that? They're not asking for much. They're not asking for you to give them a whole bunch of money, for you to provide them with a fancy car, with a Mercedes Benz. Just saying, provide for me, protect me, and love me. I don't know how you argue with that. We'll keep going.
The majority of a woman's life will not be spent in a hot body with men falling all over themselves to open the door for her. All too soon, the time will come when she's sitting alone and staring out the window with no one who gives a damn about her. That may sound good to a Western woman, but Filipinos think we have a different purpose. A purpose that involves a man in our lives. Yes, sometimes we can be jealous, hot-blooded, irrational, and even childish. But if you get a good one, we can be the most loyal and wonderful companion you can imagine. And we know how to be happy. So if you ever get tired of being surrounded by women who are constantly miserable no matter what you do, just remember that there are plenty of women over here who'd love to have you by our side.
If you're looking for a traditional Filipino woman with traditional Christian values, she cooks, cleans, and provides everything you would need in your household to make it great. This is the kind of woman who takes great care of the home, takes great care of you, great care of your children and family. Look no further than Christian Filipina. At Christian Filipina, you'll not only find a lot of traditional Filipinas who are fit, feminine, and friendly, but you'll also see women with very strong Christian and family values. Click on the link below to check out the website, and I guarantee you'll never want to look at another dating website again. There's no better website out there where you can find the kind of Filipina that you're looking for. Someone who's fit, feminine, friendly, with traditional and strong family values. Take it from me, this is the kind of woman that you want to be your life partner. Go to Christian Filipina, and I'm sure you'll find exactly what you're looking for. On the Christian Filipina website, you'll notice immediately that the women are dressed very conservatively, not showing off any body parts, and looking like the kind of woman you would want to be seen with in the way you would expect your wife or partner to present herself in public. You'll find a lot of wholesome, great, and beautiful women on the Christian Filipina website. Take it from me. Make sure you go to Christian Filipina. You will not be disappointed. We'll see you in the Philippines, guys. I'm out. So look, fellas, come on over. Come on over. I'm in the Philippines. I'm in Manila. Your boy, Richie Rich. I will meet you at the airport. You know what I'm saying? Come over. Come check it out for yourself. I mean, you ain't got to move here, but come check it out. Travel out here. Get your passport. Get a ticket. Come out to Manila. Let's go out. Let's have a good time. I'll show you around, and you can see what it's about. And you will quickly realize that your odds of meeting a very nice woman who is happy, not just will take care of you, but she's happy to take care of you, takes pride in taking care of you, cooking, cleaning, ironing your clothes, doing whatever it takes to make the household whole. It's tough to beat. It is really tough to beat. You got to vet carefully. You definitely have to vet carefully, but look, where don't you have to vet carefully? And I guarantee you, it's going to be better than what you have at home. Hit that button. Make sure you hit the notification button as well so you get the next video that's popping off in 3 more days. Love having you. Subscribers, leave your comments below. Let us know what you think. Fellas, come out to the Philippines. See your boy Richie Rich. Come check out what's here. I'm not talking about going to the bars. I'm not talking about going to the clubs, to the kitty cat club. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about going to places where there's nice, traditional Filipino women who would love to have a good man by their side. That's what I'm talking about. Holler at your boy Richie Rich. For Richie Rich Abroad, this your boy Richie Rich. I'm out.